Well, I know since we are not really doing the daily lessons in this group at the moment, some of you are doing them on your own, which is beautiful. But I was very drawn this morning to lesson 68, which I'm going to read for us to begin today. Lesson 68 is Love Holds No Grievances. Love holds no grievances. You who were created by love like itself can hold no grievances and know yourself. To hold a grievance is to forget who you are. To hold a grievance is to see yourself as a body. To hold a grievance is to let the ego rule your mind and to condemn the body to death. Perhaps you do not yet fully realize just what holding grievances does to your mind. It seems to split you off from your source and make you unlike him. It makes you believe that he is like what you think you have become, for no one can conceive of his creator as unlike himself. Shut off from yourself, which remains aware of its likeness to its creator, yourself seems to sleep, while the part of your mind that weaves illusions in its sleep appears to be awake. Can all this arise from holding grievances? Oh, yes. For he who holds grievances denies he was created by love, and his creator has become fearful to him in his dream of hate. Who can dream of hatred and not fear God? It is as sure that those who hold grievances will redefine God in their own image, as it is certain that God created them like himself and defined them as part of him. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will suffer guilt, as it is certain that those who forgive will find peace. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will forget who they are, as it is certain that those who forgive will remember. Would you not be willing to relinquish your grievances if you believed all this were so? Perhaps you do not think you can let your grievances go. Perhaps you do not think you can let your grievances go. That, however, is simply a matter of motivation. It's asking, do you want it? Today we will try to find out how you would feel without them, without your grievances. If you succeed even by ever so little, there will never be a problem in motivation again.
That's for sure.
So we can actually practice this. He's going to talk about how we can practice this idea in our extended practice period. He says, begin today's extended practice period by searching your mind for those against whom you hold what you regard as major grievances. Some of these will be quite easy to find. Then think of the seemingly minor grievances you hold against those you like and even think you love. It will quickly become apparent that there is no one against whom you do not cherish grievances of some sort. This has left you alone in all the universe in your perception of yourself. Determine now to see all these people as friends. Say to them all, thinking of each one in turn as you do so, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. Again, the line is, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. Spend the remainder of the practice period trying to think of yourself as completely at peace with everyone and everything, safe in a world that protects you and loves you, and that you love in return. Try to feel safety surrounding you, hovering over you and holding you up. Try to believe, however briefly, that nothing can harm you in any way. And then at the end of the practice period, tell yourself, love holds no grievances. When I let all my grievances go, I will know I am perfectly safe. So we can actually just practice this in our meditation today. And I'll just review the instructions as we go into it. Begin by searching your mind for those against whom you hold what you regard as major grievances. Some of these will be quite easy to find. Then think of the seemingly minor grievances you hold against those you like and even think you love. It will quickly become apparent that there is no one against whom you do not cherish grievances of some sort. This has left you alone in all the universe in your perception of yourself.
Yeah, it sounds so insane to cherish grievances, but that's what the mind does.
Once we've kind of gone through this whole seeing all these grievances, he says, determine now to see all these people as friends. Say to them all, thinking of each one in turn as you do so, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. Then feeling ourselves completely at peace with everyone and everything, feeling safety surrounding us, believing that nothing can harm you in any way. So we can all practice this together here as we go into our meditation experience.
One helpful line, if you find a grievance particularly difficult to let go of, can be to ask yourself, do I want to be right or happy? I want to be right, or would I rather be happy? And let go of that idea of being right.
And then we can just let ourselves go within and think of these grievances with each person. And then again, the line, say, instead, after that, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. Again, the line is, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. And we can end this practice period by saying in our minds, love holds no grievances. When I let all my grievances go, I will know I am perfectly safe. That's pretty beautiful teaching. When I let all my grievances know, I will know I am perfectly safe.
Let all my grievances go. I will know I'm perfectly safe. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, it's beautiful because it's twisted to think that it's safe to hold grievances. That's actually what the issue is. When there is a grievance, it's held on to because there is a belief that that's safer to be cut off and cherish hatred and grievances. It seems mad when we think about it. Instead, say or invite ourselves to dream softly of our sinless brother who unites with us in holy innocence. Dream softly of your sinless brother who unites with you in holy innocence. Yeah, what stood out to me in the beginning of this lesson is shut off from yourself, which remains aware of its likeness to its creator. Yourself seems to sleep, while the part of your mind that weaves illusions in its sleep appears to be awake. Can all this arise from holding grievances? Oh, yes. So releasing grievances is actually to wake up. to know it's safe to let each of them go. So it can be like a full-time job. We don't need to be concerned with other people's minds. We can focus 100% on our own mind. That's where we can find and experience spirit, the truth.
Yeah, we're all fully employed. What do? I release grievances.
Oh, full-time job. Yeah, I don't want to be this dreaming, sleeping mind that is weaving illusions, weaving dreams, making up dreams, stories, stuff to be angry at. It's not a great business to be in.
It's a high amount of pollution in that business. Polluting your mind.
Yeah. The idea of being right, that's good to take a deeper look at. Because it's a way to hold grievance is to think I'm right. I'm right about my perception of the other person. Cuts us off into this individual, separate experience. To release the pride, release righteousness. It's the way out. Dream softly of your sinless brother, who unites with you in holy innocence. So beautiful, so soft, loving, without barriers. This business of releasing grievances, because they were self-employed, the capital S self. Christ self is our employer. Our true self.
It's the best boss. What are we going to do today, boss? Forgiveness. Same thing every day.
Yeah, and we forgive ourselves too. It's not just, it's the image of others and at the same time the image of ourselves. The same call. And when we clear the mind of grievances, we get wiser and wiser. And there is spaciousness to be led and guided.
I have this song running through my mind. It's just another day, do, 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 do. It's just another day. It's like another day to release grievances, another day to remember the peace within.
Yeah, another great opportunity to see truly. So we need to approach life and this day and every day and this world. Otherwise we'll be tricked into that it isn't just another day, that it is all just some kind of hamster wheel, same things, you see the same things, the same scenery. That's a trick. We're here to see, truly see. That's an inner seeing. So now I have the chance again to truly see. To take on my full-time job.
We could actually be like enthusiastic. Oh, another day, forgiveness. Another day to clear my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a little grievance there. I'm gonna release that one.
And the Holy Spirit is the greatest companion to join with every day and say, what are we going to do today? Show me the way. Guide me, lead me. Is it a quiet day of union, joining, going within, releasing blocks? Or is it a day of communications, joinings, new encounters, checking out computers? Holding someone's hand, giving a hug, opening to love. I mean, the ego is also silly when it comes to this. It wants to stop you from sharing love and affection. Jesus says, isn't it easier for you to say I hate than I love? As if there is some kind of embarrassment around being loving. That sounds ridiculous, but that's how it can be. But imagine you can be fully loving, having no idea of threat or that it can change, or how can true love be threatened by anything? It would be impossible. Does anyone want to explore anything today?
Jonas.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I think before I explore my personal grievance, I just need to put on the altar that it seems challenging for me when I do the work. Then the day after, when I really actually kind of feel that I need a resting day all day, but then there is this part of me that's like, come on, get out and do something while you can in the morning. So I always kind of push myself to do something there, and then I end up being too wired and too stressed, and the whole week I have just slept really poorly, and I'm having big grievance about that, and my body feels kind of threatening to me, my nervous system. I have a lot of stories in my mind about that, and I tend to forget all the good moments there, and I'm kind of doubting whether it's guided for me to keep doing it. But good thing about the people there is that they are retarded. So so I don't really have any.
I love you, Jonas.
Thank you. And I can see that when I connect with them, I have no pressure of trying to be anything, so I can just step into a relaxed state of mind, where my colleagues, when they are around, just the moment a colleague enters the room, I can see I'm much more alert. And I think that is one of my grievances, is that as soon as people are in the room, and especially professional people who can give me something that I believe I need, or my goal is to keep the job or whatever, and then I just get afraid. But actually, maybe most adult people, I'm trying to uphold an image somehow. So it's really nice to be in that place where I just allow everything.
That's so good to see. Wow, what a job you have, where you can see that difference, how your mind, how you put in so much pressure when you're with adults, What if you can relax the same way and just allow yourself to extend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the calling. And this, remember, you should probably watch that session again that we had a couple of weeks ago when we talked about the timeline, because that seems to be the issue you come back to all the time. That it seems so heavy, and you put on so many rules for yourself, now I'm going to have a rest day. No, now I'm going to go and use my energy to do something adventurous because it's my day off. And then you get angry at yourself for doing that later. So it's a lot. The ego is judging every step you take, no matter which decision you make. And the ego is not a good guide to choose, you know. I must say, choose Vanessa instead of your ego.
Oh, I have chosen. I have chosen it.
If she thinks it's a good idea to cuddle in bed the whole day, great. If she thinks, oh, let's go for a walk and enjoy town, or, you know, but you can flow with it, and you can just be very, very forgiving towards yourself. Because it's not true. What the ego is saying about your body and about your time is completely false. It's tricking you all the time.
Thank you. And if I can ask about my personal grievance now, because we live in a place here, and it's a black woman, and I feel like, you know, like I'm the slave right now, like I'm the one who is being talked down to, and it's kind of she seems to have a judgment about men and maybe about white people, and it seems like everything I do, I just get this reflection of it, even though I have been kind of feeling quite peaceful and quite tolerant, but I just get this kind of, that's disgusting, or why are you doing yoga in my prayer room? And I was saying, well, yoga is a very deep prayer for me, and we was allowed to use that prayer room. And yesterday night, she got really angry. She said, "Can you close the door?" And I closed it. And then she went up like furious. "Why didn't you close it?" And then when she saw, oops, I closed it, then I said to her, "Look, you need to calm down. You're really angry." And from that moment, when I came out to the living room and ate again, she said, "No, go away from this room. Go to your room." So there is kind of, it's difficult for me because now I spoke up, and now it feels like I just have to stay in my room, and I feel really unfairly treated. I can also see that part of my mind, even though I was trying to be tolerant and I was believing I was tolerant, I can also see that part of me deep down was still judging her and thinking, when people think like her, that's the reason there is war in the world. Because, you know, so there is, I have a judgment there.
Yeah. Well, good forgiveness lesson. So you actually live in her home. You're actually renting a room there and share this space.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. And it's temporary, or is it?
Yeah. It's till the 1st of February.
Yeah, I think it's about being just as graceful as you can, being totally gracious, and keep looking at what is triggered in you, keep forgiving, releasing, working through it. And it could be, what's that?
It's interesting to be the white bitch. It's a new role for me.
Yeah. You could see what kind of beliefs are triggered in you. You know, if you have felt the opposite, maybe sometimes, or, you know, being better than, or using power somehow. Maybe it's just a forgiveness opportunity to meditate on it.
What keeps coming to mind is this Zen master, a book I read about a Zen master. The book was called Crooked Cucumber. And the book was called that because his master was a very hard man, this Zen master he studied under. And he was often insulting and rude and very dismissive of, the Zen master this book was about. And I kind of feel like this could be that opportunity for you, because the Zen master the book was about, I forget his name now. He used it as a really deep opportunity to say, if this man is like insulting me, it is because because I have arrogance in my mind. If this man is putting me down, it's because I have something I need to clear. There's something in me that needs healing. And so every insult, every kind of slight, every aggression that seemed to a lot of people would just really take personally, he used all of that. He used all of it to say, let me heal myself so that I can be completely at peace, regardless of what this man is saying to me, my teacher is saying to me. And I think if you really want to use this opportunity, you can let her be your teacher. Let this woman really, really teach you. And I think you'll actually really get a lot out of it.
Yeah, man. And even when I say to her, can we talk? She says, can you not see I'm on the phone? And you're right, it's really, when a person is dismissive and kind of treating you like trash, it's really a good lesson. And I will try to do my best with that. It's difficult, but yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a good way of seeing it. Is there any arrogance left in me? Is there any pride left in me? Even if it's not seeming reflected in that situation when she's scolding you, it can be reflective of there is still scraps there to look at.
Yeah, and I can honestly say that there is. So.
Yeah. Well, you can consider yourself very fortunate.
You have your own Zen master.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, I just want to say it connects with what Jonas said. What came to my mind at first when I go inside with this lesson, I felt self-hatred. It was a feeling like it's not so much that I found people outside, so to say, with grievances against them, but more a deeply rejection of the parts I'm identified with, I think. That's what came to my mind. And it feels like there's a solution in this, to love other people, to really extend love. I first have to love myself, otherwise I only radiate the self-hatred. It's so clear then, it's like a mirror. Like I see myself, but I clearly see it's not the other one. Even in the situation, often it feels like that, like Jonas said. and I look outside. But yes, in this it's like a saboteur inside who wants to distract this, who, like you said, Jenny, time ago, of Hiob in the Bible, the story of Hiob. I think you said it, or
Of who?
Hiob. Have you ever heard of him? It's a person in the Bible, and he's always dealing with grievances and with loss, and
Yeah.
he's working against himself, so to say. You know, it's
I think that
you do things you don't
Job.
want.
Oh, Job. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Job,
Yeah.
yes.
Probably mention him.
Yes, this is a German Hiob. We say Hiob. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's, there is no difference. You love others as yourself.
Yes.
You love the self. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, there is to release the self-hatred.
Yeah.
To be in touch with it, to see it, to release it, then you can be truly appreciative of the capital S self, and see it everywhere and in everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's strange. This working against oneself, it's do things you don't want to do. That's a pattern I know from myself. I want to do other things, and I change it around and hurt myself, as if I'm putting, like a Scorpio, the sting against myself. And
but to be so aware of that, that's very good. It's very good.
Jenny, I like it very much when you say that, but sometimes I think it's coming through my mind and it's clear, and then I'm not patient enough to wait, or to calm down, to go inside, and to be patient with myself also, and I want to change, I want the change. I really want to change.
Then
Yes.
go for it.
Yeah.
Good, Christian.
Christ.
Christ.
Oh.
We shorten your name to Christ. Remind you to go for the change that you see so clearly.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yes. Yes, it's a feeling that, not for my own, I think every one of us has so much to give.
Yeah. It's enormous. Spirit wants to give everything through us. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so sad about that it's not flowing, not really extending,
It's good to let the sadness up too, and yeah.
Yeah.
it's inevitable to be in your true function. That is the only satisfaction here. So to keep releasing whatever block, whatever, even if the ego is a bit stubborn in certain ways, or the fear is persisting in certain ways.
Yeah.
To keep going and keep taking steps, even the more scary steps, or there's nothing too difficult when you do it with spirit, that's for sure.
It's good to remind me.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had the picture of I'm not so much into Jesus, I couldn't have really a relationship or so, but now it's turning, and it's really turning, and I felt like this this Bible story where the woman he went through a city or small city, and she's following him, and she touches his garment, and was healed by her belief in only touching his garment. She would be healed,
Yeah.
And that's what's sometimes comes up now. And I say to myself, I don't let you go. I keep this. I hold on your garment, I never let it go. I don't want to let it go. before it's through.
Yeah, that's the best comfort blanket.
Yeah, it's only a picture. It's like I'm telling stories, but sometimes it comes like that.
That's great.
And it helps. Yeah, it helps.
Yeah, and to heal your image of Jesus, to release the past image of Jesus, it seems like that's why he's more in your mind, to forgive the past false idea.
Yeah.
That happened to me 2 years ago, and very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. Okay, well, this was lovely.
Yeah, very sweet.
Just to remember, love holds no grievances. So, yes, first or the only time in the course, probably when Jesus is, oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Have a beautiful day, everyone. Love you.
Yeah. Oh, yes.